And great day, wonderful day. Welcome to Trauma Support Group Management, where this is your host, Mr. Darrell Walker. I'm off today, feeling great on this wild Wisdom Wednesday. Today is going to be a great video. I just would like to share that here at Trauma Support Group Management, I'm a real person that has had trauma in their life and has PTSDs and other symptoms that help you mentally. I'm here to help you mentally. Let me repeat that. I am here to help you mentally. I was telling somebody on my audience, we have people that are in the field that are professionals that went to school, had a degree and everything like that for this behavior or these experiences. But I myself came along and I said, you know what? You cannot tell nobody about something that you really haven't experienced. My page, Trauma Support Group Management, because I have been through traumas. I have had PTSDs and triggers as well. So this is a real page. I'm a real individual that has really took a lot of study on psychology, plus with my lifestyle and experiences, and I brought it here, and that's how I came up with Trauma Support Group Management, because a lot of us be in trauma. There is support out there besides myself. I will say that. There are groups out there that will support your trauma, and sometimes we need to understand that when we having these traumas and overcoming and anything addiction or PTSDs or triggers or whatever behaviors or mental behaviors or mental emotions that you have to have management. That's what helped me come up with this page. I would like to say that I am encouraging anyone that's seeing me in these videos to understand that dealing with these issues are not an easy thing to do. They're actually very challenging. And today I make these videos because I am challenging myself along with these symptoms. Some symptoms are incurable, but here at Trauma Support Group Management, we can establish some kind of support in a group that's helping us manage. So welcome to Trauma Support Group once again. Thank you for being here at Trauma Support Group Management once again, where I'm not perfect, but I'm shooting for progress. I don't know why I'm getting tongue twisted, y'all. So I'm not perfect, but I'm shooting for progress. I don't edit or cut my videos. My videos are 100% raw deal. I don't sit back and I show that I do make mistakes. I'm not painting a pretty picture of that, I got it all together over here. I am overcoming some obstacles. Let me slow down. I am overcoming some obstacles as well. So I just want to encourage y'all. Thank you for being a part here today. So today we're going to work on a couple of things, but I have a little scripture that will help us out as we start. Sometimes when you have group, we always focus on a higher power or a positive energy. I do that in all my videos. I try to be consistent with sharing, not even positivity, but the gospel, and that you can change. I promote, that's my motto, you can change. I'm not trying to bite off somebody else, but I do have a lingo of my own, and it says you can't talk the walk you haven't to talk. So, I can't sit here and say, oh yeah, I know what it's like, and I never been through it. I have been through a lot. I have overcome a lot and still have more things to overcome. So I just want y'all to pay attention to that. So today, I'm trying not to look down. I'm trying to look forward. So I'm always challenging myself. If you can notice, there's a new angle. I have my live on YouTube, and I have my live that I'm recording. I really want everybody to have good quality of what I'm doing. I know the first couple of videos live, but I'm working on that. But when you're evolving, you come up with new ideas and better ways to be better at what you're doing. So this is exciting. Today I'm reading out of Psalms 26, verse 2. Now it says, in verse 2, it says, examine me. Okay? Examine me. When if you're with me in this class, in these classes, my classes are about self-examination. Today, the class is about self-examination mentally. So I'm just gonna go along with the scripture. It says, examine me, O Lord, and prove me. A lot of times when we're making changes within ourselves, we have to don't prove nobody else, but just prove to yourself that you can change. And that is an encouraging word, not something that I'm demanding you to do. So you got to understand, when you're making a change, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody else. You just prove it to yourself. And it says, try my mind and then my heart. It says, try my mind and my heart. Now, I want to really nitpick this with the class. A lot of times, my classes are for you to try your mind, because I'm trying my mind over here. You understand? And I'm trying my heart. So I'm a person that's an individual that's not coming in front of you and coming through with textbook and, thus they say thou. No, I'm a person that has went through a lot of things, and I had to change my mind, and I had to change things that were already in my heart or was in my heart. I'm still growing in this process of things in my mind and things in my heart. But today, in my mind and in my heart, is to help you and understand that you can change. Whew, deep breath. So it's exciting to come on here. Like I said, I do everything. There's no script. This is me, raw deal. And today, we're just going to get into the class. Just know you can change. And when you change your mind, your heart changes. And if you change your heart, your mind changes. It's both. It's going with one. But today, if you're seeing my video, you have to change your mind or change the things in your heart. I'm just gonna go with it. From experience. In my heart, I used to like to make money. I used to like to be with the girls. I used to like to, be high and be on the drugs, and just thought thugging was the life. It's just things that was unbeneficial for me in my heart. That even like having resentment, hatred, anger, no self-control. These things sometimes can be in the heart as well as in the mental. A lot of things that we are going through today, or any issues that you have, it might be in your heart. Because sometimes you can feel some type of way in your heart, and it can manifest in your mind. In my heart, you couldn't tell me back then in my prime, well, I'm still in my prime, but in my former days, that I wasn't a gangster or a G or a street person, what we used to call a street ninja, as I would say. That you couldn't tell me I wasn't represented. So therefore, yes, I had to change the things in my heart, and I had to let Christ come into my heart so he could change my mind. And that was a great thing. So I'm going to read. If I look down a little bit, because I know y'all tired of me looking like this, so I'm trying something new. It's always good to try something new. When you evolve, remember you're trying something new. So today is self-examination class. Self-examination mentally. I just read from Psalms 26, verse 2. And so self-examination mentally, this involves a conscious and deliberate process. Get that? A conscious and deliberate process of looking inward. Looking inward. We got to start looking inward to assess one's own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So today, how are you looking inward on your thoughts? Let's think about this. What is your thoughts today? What are you giving most of your time to when you're thinking? To really share with y'all personally, I really have thoughts about how I can evolve, make my videos better, how I can make myself better, how I'm spending time with my family members, how I'm representing myself, how I'm encouraging myself, how I'm believing more in my relationship with my sobriety and my my walk, and just really self-caring myself. These are my thoughts. I don't have the thought that I can't do nothing. I don't have that thought. I think I have the thought now, because if I could do everything out there back then, I definitely could do something now. That's a good thought to have. You can do anything. It says in the Bible, you can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you. I'm not preaching. I'm just giving you the word. And sometimes we have to apply some things in our life, which is the word or self-encouragement. Sometimes you can tell yourself in your mind, your thoughts, hey, I can do this. I was in a bad situation in life, and I came to my mind, in my heart and in my mind, and say, I can change. I can do this. And here today, in consistency, that my thoughts is not going back. It's just moving forward. So I want to help you with that. You can have those same thoughts. You just have to put it into practice. Also, your feelings. What are you feeling today? I am feeling like I have a mood chart. Oh, this is great. So if you have a mood chart, if you don't have a mood chart, you could go on your phone and find a mood chart. Now, mood charts are really designed for you to be aware of what your true feeling is. So if I look at my mood chart today, I would say I was a little sad, and I felt a little vulnerable, because I'm vulnerable here coming on the video, and I'm not, when I say sad, because when you deal with yourself and you're being vulnerable, it could be very sad when you look at yourself and you have to really deal with the issues within yourself. Some people might watch the videos and probably have got sad, because the truth, when you're dealing with the truth with your feelings, sometimes everything that you're dealing with or you're going through is not always going to feel good. Sometimes you're going to have that day when you're sad, and you got to say, you know what, but it's for positivity. It's just the reason why I'm sharing this, I'm not breeding sadness or vulnerability. I'm just showing you how to be open and be real with yourself, within yourself, without being around nobody else. I'm not, like I say, this is a positive thing that you could sit down and be in tune with your own emotions. So I just showed you as a teacher of the class that, hey, I'm feeling a little sad because I'm vulnerable. That sad and vulnerability goes together. Get a mood chart, it'll show you that. Being vulnerable is a well-balanced thing to a certain degree, because you can also be truthful with yourself, but be careful who you're truthful with. I just wanted to share that. Also, your behaviors. My behavior today is saying, even though I'm going through my process, I can really do this. And my behavior and my actions is coming onto the video and really opening myself to you and everyone else to let you know, hey, if you want to change, I'm exposing, hey, you have to really go on yourself and see what's really going on with you, how you truly feel, and what are your behaviors. My behaviors today was just to push and really get on here and make these videos. I want to share with everyone, these videos are really true, like they're really pure, genuine videos. I'm trying to reach the people, let me say this, I'm going to reach people, forget who knows me, I'm not even on that no more. I want to reach people that really have issues to say, you know what, I never seen nobody really just sit up there and be honest. Sometimes when you go to group and you're in recovery or you're in some kind of support system, somebody else's honesty about themselves and how they feel can trigger or open up the door for you to express yourself. A lot of times we sit back in pride or shame and guilt, and we don't want to open up. But today, I'm not giving you leverage to pick on me. I'm just showing you how to really be true and honest with yourself. That's a behavior when you be really honest with yourself. That's a real behavior. Now you don't have to cry and feel all violated. It's nothing like that. Sometimes your behavior can be just in a calm state. I'm not hurt. I'm not damaged or anything. I don't have any unforgiveness or bitterness towards myself or anyone, or regret. If I'm naming these things, somebody's probably dealing with that. And guess what? You have to let that stuff go. Sometimes your emotions can make you have bad behaviors. I just wanted to share that. All right, so moving forward, it said it also proves that the average person with a tool to help them think about their mental health and look for an indication that they're experiencing trouble. Sometimes if you're going through something right now, you have to look at your mental health. The reason why We're talking about mental health because a lot of things that we are going through are in us, in our mind, mentally. So I just want to help you today, and we're going to go to self-awareness. Now, self-awareness to your mental health. It helps you evaluate yourself, manage your emotions, align your behavior with your values, and understand how you perceive yourself. I just showed you that. I'm self-aware of my mental health, that, hey, you know, in my mind, I might be a little sad and I'm vulnerable, but guess what? I evaluated myself. I manage my emotions, and I'm aligning my behavior, and it understands how I perceive myself. This is great, man. Like, y'all don't gotta watch the rest of the video. That was a good tip right there. Because one thing you have to be true is true to thyself. You have to keep it real with yourself. You got to understand in your mind, I can't talk for you. You have to sit down and say, you know what, I have whatever issues I have, or I feel this way, or, you know, I might not have no self-control because of some issues that I have. Please listen to what I'm saying, and please take in, because it takes a lot of humility, a lot of self-control and thought process to make these videos. So to move forward, I want to talk about your internal self-awareness. Yes, we're going to work on the inside today. Yes, we the reason why I'm doing this today, because if you want to change, you can change on the outside. Like a lot of people say, there, like I was saying in one of my videos, there are beautiful women out there. There are handsome guys, no homo, no diddy, but you know, that's out there, and within themselves, they don't feel good about themselves. Eternal self-awareness, okay? To see our own values, passions, aspirations fit with our environment reactions, including thoughts, feelings, behavior, strengths, and weaknesses, and impact on others. Now, let's break this down. First of all, in your self-awareness, what are your values? Like, what are really your values? What's your value? I want you to think about it. Just don't go off of me. What is your value? Okay. Think about it. Yeah, right. Okay. That's okay. That's a word. Okay. So now that you're interacting with me, because I thank you for participating. If you're interacting with me, all right, you gotta, first of all, I want to say that you are valuable. You're a valuable individual. You are. Another thing, what passions do you have? That's a question. Think about it. Great. Okay. Great. That's great, and that's awesome. That's definitely a good one. Okay. Now that we're on the road here, what aspirations do you have? What aspirations do you have? Yes. Okay. All right. And sometimes think about that. Take your time and think about that. Don't answer these questions so fast. You don't have to do that. Take your time. I'm not trying to be long, but you can take your time. Because we do have aspirations. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you out. Aspirations. Right? Aspirations. I'm going to help you out. Just give me a second here. So, aspirations is a hope or ambition of achieving something. I know somebody's like, yeah, what aspiration is? Well, it's a hope or ambition of achieving something. So what are you achieving? What are you hoping to achieve in your lifetime? Thank you. Thank you, Lord. That was good. Because I know somebody's like, what's aspirations? But think about that. What are your aspirations? What are you hoping to achieve in your lifetime? All right, that's great. That's wonderful. Another thing that we need to focus on is with our environment. Like so we got our values, our passions, our aspirations. Does it fit with your environment? Does it fit or where you're at? I was sharing with someone today, right where I am today, where I'm at and where other people at, is our two different levels. Even in some conversations that I have, that there are two different levels. Now here in my environment where I'm at, I do not include myself in any participation around here. I'm not saying where I'm at is bad, but I don't smoke, I don't drink, I'm not of the world. I'm not saying that. I do shine my light. I do spread gospel of Jesus Christ. I do say positive things, and if I don't have nothing to say on positive, I don't say nothing at all. Understand that. So you gotta understand. Okay, so now that you're in your environment, you have reactions, and these reactions include thoughts, feelings, behaviors. Okay, so even though you have all these things, and in your environment, what reactions including in your thoughts? Like what reactions? Like right now, where you're at, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings and behaviors? That's a good question. Yeah, because we have these things. We sometimes I want to share just to help you out a little bit. When you're on the street, your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are like you're on the street. You don't have that hope. You don't have that drive. You don't have, all you thinking about is just being like making more money than everybody else or doing what everybody else is doing. But here at Trauma Support Group Management, I'm trying to help you to change that. Say to you right now today that you could change your thoughts, you could change your feelings, and you could change your behavior. And also you have strength and you have weaknesses. We're going to move forward a little bit here, because a lot of times when you have your internal self-awareness, you got to sometimes look at your strength and your weaknesses. This is very powerful today, because you have to know what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. And guess what? Another thing while we're talking about it, and I'm just going by my notes, a lot of times when we have strength and weaknesses, it can have impact on others. I have great conversations with some of my siblings and my mother, and that's all I really have at the time. Maybe that's all that God is allowing, because I haven't been around my family too much. But now that I'm, in a healthy mind frame and doing the right thing, they've always been in my circle, but I was always avoiding them because of my shortcomings. But now, sometimes when you change your action, when you change your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, you could begin to intertwine with people, because you don't have that shame, guilt, and resentment over your life anymore. And sometimes your change, your change can impact other people. My change of Trauma Support Group Management, once you see this video and you understand where I'm coming from, you can say, you know what, this man has impacted my life, because look what he's been through, and he has the same situations that I do, or the same things that I have, but he's changed his mind, and he's dealing with himself. So why I can't change and deal with myself? So I hope that impacts you. Excuse me. And this also helps you see or anticipate any mental health triggers. A lot of times your thoughts, feelings, behaviors can help you understand your mental health triggers that may rise. Even when you are in recovery or for substance disorder, being self-aware of any behaviors or weaknesses helps them develop coping skills to stay on the path of recovery. Sometimes when you understand your triggers, yes, this is serious, y'all. Y'all might be laughing, but this is a true story. And one day I'm gonna have an interview with my mother and my brother, and they'll tell you, I'm sad to say that just on the road to recovery, I was out in the world. So now that I'm on recovery, everything triggers me. Walking down the sidewalk, going to the gas station, seeing the car pass by, opening my own room door, because the activities that I did in the world. This is true. I'm exposing, because a lot of people don't understand that little things you do every day can trigger you. Some of the people, you go outside and see somebody smoking. that can trigger you. If you see somebody arguing, that can trigger you. You have to understand, when I was in the world, I was a part of the world. I slept at gas stations in the van. I stood at bus stops. He calls every freaking time. So I was at the bus stops. I was just doing everything wrong. And guess what? I had to be honest with myself and say, you know what? I am the trigger man, because I could take a walk and be triggered. Now, a lot of these triggers that we have, we don't have to act on them. But when you're self-aware of what's going on, or what is your strength and your weaknesses, this helps you stay on the road of recovery. It helps you so much. When you're in tune with yourself, your internal self-awareness, you can really overcome the challenges of your triggers. I'm telling you today, as a man sitting here, I can't even put on a pair of glasses without being triggered. I used to be a real mess in the world, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm exposing myself because you can change. When I was out there, and I had to go inside, because for me to keep moving forward, I can't point the fingers. I'm helping you. You cannot point the fingers at people. You have to say, man, I have this problem. These certain things mess with me. If you see a different change in my mood right now, because I'm triggered, because I'm thinking about all the stuff I used to do. And, right now I'm triggered, but I'm turning it on. I can say, what am I saying? You can be healed from your triggers. You can really grab an aspect on your triggers and be self-aware of any behaviors or weakness that's helping you with your coping skills. Sometimes being self-internal is a coping skill. Yeah, when you're honest with yourself, that is a coping skill. I'm keeping it real. This is a real live video. And some people, if you find it funny, it's great, because guess what? Once you start addressing your triggers, and you be like, wow, this and that sets me off, it becomes funny. I can sit down and tell you some triggers, just like the couple of triggers I told you. I know somebody was laughing like, oh my God. Yes, it's that serious. I am a person that does have triggers, but I'm here today to help you and help you understand by action, not just word, by action, that I have been addressing my triggers to stay on the path of recovery and a good positive mental health. I just want to keep that out there and promote that. This is serious. When I sit in front of y'all, this is serious. This is real. This is really real. And it takes a lot of practice. It's not like I just did this overnight. I'm practicing every day. As I grow and grow, I get level to level. It's great, y'all, but it's great, okay? So be positive. All right, so to move forward, we're going to talk about our external self-awareness. This is the outside, things that are going around you. External awareness, this gives you the ability to understand how others perceive you, right? When you're dealing with yourself, outside people that they don't know you, I will say this, my family, they know the old me, but they don't know the new me. And I think it's a great experience to sit down and talk with my family now, because I'm giving them the ability to understand. I'm giving them the ability for them to understand how to perceive me now. I'm not that old gangster. I'm not that old, lusty, busty, drop a 40, open your right, stay in control. But anyway, I'm not that person I used to be. So when you have when you're dealing with your internal self-awareness, you can share with somebody that's on the outside or the external of you and say, hey, this is how you can perceive me now, and put it in practice and stay consistent. That was beautiful. This will help you recognize and understand your actions, your behaviors, and even your internal thoughts, y'all, and feelings. Now listen, I want to break this down. I really want to help you out with this. When you're dealing with yourself on the inside, and when you're dealing with people on the outside, you can really show people, look, these are my actions now. I don't do that no more. I don't talk like that no more. I don't listen, even in your behaviors, I can't be like that because I don't want to change my character. I want to have a better character. And also in your thoughts, some people, you have a conversation with them and you be like, oh yeah, man, if you do this, I bet you this will happen. But if you have a changed mind and another person brings up a situation and you say, oh, your behaviors respond to the situation. If you haven't made up mind, internal thoughts, you can say, hey man, you know what? I ain't with that. I'm not on that, or I don't want to participate in that. A lot of times when you're bettering yourself, it's not that you're being better than a person. It's just you just want to evolve and move forward in life. Okay, so moving forward, this might be interpreted by others. Sometimes when you're dealing with your external values or your external self-awareness, it's definitely about how people are interpreting you. This is about being aware of your social impact and how you come to those around you. When you're dealing with the inside, and then when you change and you start dealing with people on the outside, you can help them be aware in your social of how you are. And when you're talking in your social, it comes into action because you're making a change. All right, so I'm trying to make the video not too long, but I just want to give you more explanation details about your self-awareness mentally. So more explanation details. Understand that your social impact helps you recognize how your words, body language, and overall your demeanor. This is very important. When you're dealing with people, this is very serious. When you're dealing with people, your words, your body language, and overall your demeanor. A lot of times, self-control. When you have self-control, you can have a certain demeanor. When you're at peace, you have a certain demeanor, and this can affect the people around you in various social situations. So a lot of times, when I am out social, there's a certain demeanor that I carry, and it's very peaceful. And I hope y'all are seeing that as well, or in loving and compassionate. Whatever. Yeah, have that demeanor. All right, to move forward, sometimes when you're growing, you want to seek feedback. Feedback is good, especially with trusted colleagues, friends, mentors, or family. It is a key component. It is a key component of developing external self-awareness. Sometimes, some people can see you better than you can see yourself. I have a wonderful person that gives me feedback, and she lets me know, like real deal. She don't sugarcoat. She's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, or you said this right. Sometimes feedback is good. If I'm making these videos and I don't want to push like, share, and comment or subscribe in the videos, but now that I'm saying it, I would like feedback from everyone that is watching. Just leave a comment or like or something. Give me some type of feedback on what are you getting from me. If it's tips that you say, hey, Mr. Walker, you probably need to do this better. Or if you're really getting some out of my videos, give me some feedback. I need that. It helps me with my internal self-awareness. So I need your help as well. Just I'm helping you, I need your help too. So and moving forward, sometimes we have to adapt to your behavior. You can adjust your behavior and communication style to be more effective in different contexts with different people. A lot of times when social, we're dealing with a lot of things, and sometimes we have to understand that our behavior and our communication our style can really help people out. It can be more effective. I don't know if y'all, I don't get feedback, so I don't understand if I'm talking right, if I'm looking at the camera wrong, but I'm just moving because at the end of the day, I have to sit down and watch these videos, and sometimes when I speak, I see how my behavior and my communication is, and it's very important. Some of the stuff I do say has a PowerPoint, and I want to help and reach people, and in different aspects of life. I want to reach everybody. Street, if you're on the drugs, gangs, college, professors, pastors. I want to reach. Even I want to start making videos for kids, because kids do have trauma, PTSDs, and triggers. So if a child, teenager, if you come across this video, just understand that, even you with your behaviors and how you communicate can be effective. I don't know why I did that, but I did that because a lot of times how we are with our communication and behavior, it can be effective. All right, moving forward, building stronger relationships. Being externally self-aware helps you build stronger relationships by fostering empathy and understanding your interactions. A lot of times when we're having these relationships, me coming on the video, I don't have feedback, but my relationship within myself is saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to help, first of all, myself. I apply things to myself, and what I have, and I learn, and I really have been walking this. I apply it to everyone on here that's watching me. You have to understand the person that you're interacting with, and I'm understanding the people that's interacting with me, because if you can relate, we are interacting. If you have these same symptoms or problems like I do, or I'm overcoming, we are interacting. My videos, if you do some of the practices, I have you do interactions in my videos. So I just really want to push today on a positive tip, my self-awareness on my internal and my external in the video, that I'm trying to do what? I'm trying to improve my leadership skills, okay? This is on the note. So I'm improving my leadership skills, leading to more effective leadership and decision making. A lot of times before I come over here and make these studies or make these videos, I have to make up my mind, literally, right, what I'm going to talk about today, or what what's going to really hit power notes for somebody to understand what I'm saying. When you're in a leadership position, you have to be effective. I want my videos to be effective. It's not about just getting credit and likes, comments, and shares and subscribing, but I want you to know, if you know me or not, don't know me, that you can change. This is a decision making that I have done. I got tired of my lifestyle, and I say, you know what? I can change, and I have made a change. I'm a person to show you that you can change, and you can realize that when you might not fully understand the expectations or preference of your colleagues and clients, because I'm not getting any feedback. I get feedback from one person, so I don't know what the expectations you like. I don't know y'all preferences. You are my colleagues. You are my clients, because I'm sitting here reaching to the world. I'm talking to the world. I don't have no one person specifically that I'm talking to, or my immediate family or my street friend. I'm talking to anybody. If you know me and don't know me, that I am pushing that this leadership of change. Whew. I am pushing this leadership of change. I want to say this. I don't want to say this with joy. It's beautiful to sit here and watch myself not being conceited, but being self-aware within myself and outside myself. Because when I watch the video, it touches me. I see what's going on with me. I see, it makes me feel great. It helps me correct some of the things I need, that how I feel on the inside. Then when I watch the video, I see how I move my hands. I see how I talk. Sometimes you, as a leader, you have to pay attention. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say this: be careful how you carry yourself if you want to be on the forefront. I was telling my sibling, one of my siblings, I would be a fool to go back to the world, and now that I have standards, qualities, and boundaries. Sometimes I speak with my mother, and I know when I talk to her, she listens, because she be like, I know she be on the other end of the phone like, what in the world is going on with my son? And you got to understand, in leadership, you are called to be effective. So I want these videos to be effective. I'm not saying, oh, I'm a man of God, or I'm not saying I'm the world's greatest leader, but I am saying this. I am saying I'm a person that had these things, and I discovered change. And some people that they don't want to hear it from a psychiatrist, or maybe I ain't gonna put down the preacher. I ain't gonna do that. But they want to hear it from somebody that got the scars, You know what I'm saying? I got scars in my head. I got scars. You know what I'm saying? I got scars. I got scars, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the mud and I made it out. And that's the best person. You can't talk, you can't tell, oh, I can help you get off drugs, you ain't never did drugs. You can't never tell a person, oh, I can help you get out of trauma, you ain't never been through trauma. You can't tell a person I can help you with your triggers if you don't even know you got triggers. You can't tell a person you can help them with your PTSDs if you don't even know if you got PTSDs or not. I'm not downplaying anybody, but I'm pushing my video because God gave me this idea to come up with trauma support group management and understand that I am a person that will be an individual, and there's so much in depth that I can go into, but I just want to be textbook because if I be too personal, I don't want get no ammunition. But I also do share personal things. I don't put down nobody else. I really share personal things that goes on with me for positive feedback, not to look good, not to try to get these looks, not to try to get this chicken, because I'm the chicken man. I ain't worried. When I mean by chicken, I'm talking about money. My life, I've been rich. I've been blessed. I'm going to be more blessed. And what I'm telling you as a leadership, as a person as a leadership, I'm just teaching you right now how to encourage yourself, how to just really believe in yourself and be effective with it. So, today, if you're feeling bad and you can do what I'm doing right now. I'm just showing you how to believe in yourself, within yourself. That's all I'm doing. I'm not being on here boasting. I'm not sitting on here bragging. Like I say, I go through everything or some struggles or ups and downs just like you do. I just learned how to maintain a consistent focus on being positive and a healthy lifestyle. That was great. All right. I'm about to close. We're about to get ready to go. Okay. So the primary focus of mental status is a general awareness and responsiveness. Also, people think, feel, and behave. So listen now, when you are aware, you have a response. Like I said, I was sad, but my response is I feel vulnerable. Today, another how I think, I have to move forward. How I feel, I gotta keep pushing. And how I behave is staying in control and making great decisions. That was really great. Okay, and this is for the close. There are ways to heal yourself mentally and emotionally. Acknowledge and accept your feelings. Remember this. Acknowledge and accept your feelings. Cultivate self-compassion. Practice, take in self-compassion. Have compassion for yourself. Sometimes, when I do have these sad days, I have compassion for myself because I was like, you know what? I'm helping somebody here. I did make a bad decision. But today I can love myself. I don't have to feel sorry for myself. I can love myself and I can be better with myself. And practice these healthy coping mechanisms. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes, I'll be wrong to get it out. Watching the clock is, But anyways, we ain't got nothing else to do. So practice healthy coping mechanisms. Encourage yourself. Think better of yourself. See yourself better. Have self-care. If not, get a prayer partner or talk to somebody. Every time you talk to them, they have uplifting things to say. I want to say this, and I want to say this from experience. A lot of guys like myself, just like myself, I have put out so much. I put out all the love, all the support, all the knowledge, and I'm not saying I'm not getting it back. But guess what? When you do things with good intentions, you don't expect nothing back. And that's one of my healthy coping mechanisms that I have doing these videos, because sometimes I do these videos and I look at my views or I look at the comments or the shares or subscribes, and it's like nothing's there. But my healthy coping mechanism is this. Darrell, don't give up. One day, this video is going to reach somebody. My videos are going to change the world. And I'm just here to tell you that. And I would like to thank you for Trauma Support Group Management and work on your self-examination mentally. And thank you for watching.